news.
It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. Listen, man, we got some good news this morning. We got the one and only Reverend Al Sharpton on this morning. I'm so excited to have him on this morning, and thanks to a partnership facilitated by Reverend Al's National Action Network. Magic Johnson's life insurance company is providing $100 million in funding for small, minority, and women-owned businesses. Reverend Al, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. And I'm very excited about this. We have been raising the issue that most black and minority and women-owned businesses did not get what they should have gotten from the stimulus package. So we were able to facilitate putting Magic Johnson together with Rafael Martinez of MBA, saying, what can we do while we're fighting to get the Secretary of Treasury to do the right thing with the federal money? What can we do to help the businesses on the ground? Because in the middle of our fighting, they are running out of business. They can't meet payroll. And we were able to get Magic to say, I'll put up $100 million if Raphael can do the vetting and the applications, and we make sure the people we loan the money to, we can get the SBA to agree to guarantee that in the long run. And I said, that's all we need. To have someone of Magic's wealth be able to put the money up, even though it'll be loans, they'll be repaid over 2 or 3 years, or SBA will repay them. You need that kind of money there so that these small businesses, restaurants, hair salons, all of that can go to nationalactionnetwork.net, nationalactionnetwork.net, and find how they can put in their application by Raphael, not the government. They can get a loan through the Magic's fund of $100 million. I think this is a huge example, Rickey, of how blacks can help blacks and do for ourselves. And I think we give a lot of props to Magic Johnson for putting this kind of money out there.
Wow. Reverend, how did you facilitate that?
Well, we've worked with Magic on several things down through the years. We helped them with getting his television station and other business ventures, and he's been supportive. And we knew Raphael because Raphael does short-term banking with minority businesses. So many of the things you do is you use the network you already have. When you know people, you say, maybe we can put these two together and we can make something happen. Because we're in a crisis in Black America. The pandemic, as people say, when whites catch a cold, we got the flu or pneumonia. And it's a matter of, in the middle of problems, you look for solutions. You don't just look for exacerbating the problem. Just like I know you. When I know something hot, I call you because I know you're going to deal with something hot for the community.
Absolutely, man. We got the one and only our friend and mentor, Reverend Al Sharpton, on with us. He's going to be answering more questions. Reverend Al, you got an extra couple of minutes. Can we hold you over after the commercial?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. We'll be back with more Reverend Al Sharpton. We're going to ask him about the Ahmaud Arbery case. Coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen, man, we got good news for everybody. The one and only Reverend Al is with us this morning, and man, he done hooked up with Magic Johnson Life Insurance Company, and they're providing $100 million in funding for small, minority, and women-owned businesses. So I know this COVID-19 has had an effect on everybody, and we really need to be jumping on this. I'm so excited to have Reverend Al on. Hey, Reverend Al, give us a recap just in case people just joining us, what we talked about before commercial and what's out there.
We have been able to get Magic Johnson to hook up with MBE, and Magic has put up $100 million to give loans to minority-owned and women-owned businesses, since a lot of the stimulus money did not get to them. As we fight to get the government to continue to do more, Magic has put up $100 million for right now. People can go to www.nationalactionnetwork.net, nationalactionnetwork.net, to find out how to put in their applications if you own a small business in our community, to try and get a loan out of this $100 million fund that Magic Johnson has put up.
All right. Hey, Reverend Al, can you update us on the Ahmaud Arbery case? And where are we also in Louisville, Kentucky, when they shot
Breonna Taylor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On both of those cases, where are we now?
Now, the Arbery case has been taken over by the Cobb County District Attorney, a black female who is the district attorney there, who's a Republican. But she has been given the case. 2 prosecutors recused themselves in the county that it happened there in Brunswick, Georgia, because they had some direct or indirect dealings with the male and his son that was arrested for killing Arbery. What people are raising, and the family has been certainly conversation with us, is that these 2 prosecutors that have stepped out of it really should be questioned and in many ways terminated. There was those that said they ought to be fired because the tape that went public week before last, they had since February, this videotape. So why didn't they make arrests then? They knew all along what happened. So even though the tape just went out publicly 2 weeks ago, they had the possession of the tape for 2 months and did nothing on the case. The arrest was made not because they saw the tape. The arrest was made because we saw the tape, the public. So there's a movement to get those 2 prosecutors fired as they investigate the case, go to a grand jury. They've already charged these guys with murder. The question is, will they be indicted and go to trial? In Louisville, Kentucky, the Breonna Taylor case, where the police, using a no-knock law, barged into the home of Breonna Taylor. Her and her boyfriend was sleeping in the bed. He called 911 thinking it was a break-in, used a legal weapon and shot at who he thought were robbers. The police shot 20 times, killed her, innocent young lady, worked for EMT, and arrested him for attempted murder and assault. How do you arrest him when you broke in their house and they thought it was a break-in? Come to find out, they were breaking in, claiming they were looking for a young man that had been a parole violation on a drug deal, and found out the young man was already in custody.
Already in
house, wrong place. So we've been talking back and forth with that family, working as they go for justice. The first thing is they ought to let the boyfriend out of jail, Kevin, out of jail, and drop the charges on him. That's one, as they investigate the officers. I talked to the mayor of Louisville on yesterday by phone, and we're pressing the authorities there and working with the local activists there to get justice for this family.
Man, Reverend Al, listen, so you got a book out real quick called Confronting a Country at the Crossroads. Tell us about that real quick, Reverend Al.
It's called Rise Up. It'll be out in a couple of weeks. People can go to Amazon.com and pre-order it, or they can go to the same place. They can go for the loans to NationalActionNetwork.net. It's saying that we've seen 2 paths in this country. We've seen the Obama years and we've seen the Trump years. We got to decide which road the country's going. I break down my experiences with both and the policies of both. Rise up. It's time to rise up and claim which path we're going to take this country down.
Man, we absolutely love you, man. The one and only, ladies and gentlemen, the son of a lady named Ada, and from the grandson of a lady named Ada, the one and only Reverend Al Sharpton. Love you, man.
Love you. Thank you so much.
Hey, yes, sir, Reverend Al. Hey, I'm going to be hitting you up this week now.
All right, no problem.
Yes, sir. Jeff Johnson up next.